Help me if you can, my coins are down. And I do appreciate you shilling round. Help me get my cryptos off the ground. Suppo, please, please help me. Welcome everybody to our live episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, your superhero of cryptocurrency, the Suppoman. In today's episode, we are going to be exploring, is the cryptocurrency market going to hit $1 trillion or more this year? $1 trillion or more. That, in essence, would be around about 4 times more than it is right now and more. Is that likely, considering we're approaching half a year and it's nowhere near that at the moment? So if you are excited, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes, and also if you haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe to Team Suppoman for a daily cryptocurrency video, and also the occasional, hey everyone, Suppo Daily here. Anyway, so let's have a look and make sure that I'm live and see who's with us in today's session. Did actually have a faux pas already where it said that I wasn't live. Okay, anyway, so let's carry on. So, the market cap, as it stands right now, is at $263 billion. And Bitcoin has gone up around about $150 from yesterday, where it had tanked from 2 days ago, where it was up over $7,000. So we're seeing a rise today. We're seeing largely small rises, small losses in some cryptocurrencies. But if we have a look at what's been happening in the last 24 hours, there are some cryptocurrencies absolutely smashing it right now. One of those is OneChain. OneChain has gone straight into the top 30 cryptocurrencies currently available. And we've also got Ontology, Verge, and Golem. So we'll talk more about that in a little while. But first of all, let us discuss the possibility of $1 billion cryptocurrency. More about that in a little. Oh, you can actually hear me and I'm live and everything, so all is good, all is good. Right, so first of all, what is CoinDesk saying? CoinDesk right now are saying that Bitcoin bulls need a break above $7,500. So what it's saying is that in order for the bulls, in order to signal a bull momentum, then the price of Bitcoin should be about $7,500. However, if we go down to the bottom, it basically concludes this by saying that they're expecting a downside to 6,000 to 5,950. This is what I have also said, and then the bulls are likely to come back. Let's see what else. So this is a relatively old article, but it does present and I suppose confirm that we are expecting for cryptocurrencies to leave the market up until about April the 15th to 17th, and then after April the 17th, tax day essentially, we should expect to find Bitcoin finding footing and essentially growing from that point. And this is in the run-up to consensus, which is arguably where many people expect for this 1 trillion to, kick off, basically. So what this article is saying is that cryptocurrency market is actually maturing in 2018, which is going to draw more investment and see less volatility, according to an analyst. Now, I personally would not call this market in any way mature. I do think that there is going to be more volatility. Having said that, I do think that there's going to be more investment this year. So I slightly disagree, but I also agree in certain respects. So one of the reasons for this is because 2 ETFs, so basically the ETFs are exchange traded funds. So 2 ETFs have been requested to be added to the New York Stock Exchange, right? So the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, basically are looking at it. They're currently considering adding 2 Bitcoin exchange traded funds. Now, what this means, these ETFs are, is basically, it's like a basket of assets within a particular asset class. So what we are potentially looking at is, instead of just people being able to invest in just Bitcoin, is being able to invest in a range of different assets, let's say blockchain cryptocurrencies or currency cryptocurrencies, and being able to essentially invest in a class so that the class, in essence, goes up as a whole. So that is what they are looking to do. This would make cryptocurrency more mainstream and certainly invested in a more mainstream way than literally people who are just invested in cryptocurrency. It's kind of moving it to a more mainstream avenue. So this is one area. If this should be successful, then this could have an influx of cryptocurrencies going in, and particularly the cryptocurrencies in kind of like the top 30, top 50, the ones that are kind of well known. These are likely to be included in these asset baskets, essentially. So this would be really good for the growth of cryptocurrency, mainstream investors as well. So ultimately, there is a proposed or projected valuation of at least $1 trillion this year. Many are saying $1 trillion is likely to come in via consensus. That may or may not be true. Somebody has said it. I think Tika from the Palm Beach Report is the guy that has said that. It does carry a little bit of weight, I suppose. I wouldn't say $1 trillion is likely necessarily, but I do think a big influx of money is coming in around about that date. But we're going to come on to this in a little bit. Now, let's have a look at a little bit more news. So, I told you the other day about this India FUD, where essentially they were stopping banks from dealing with entities and people that are involved in cryptocurrency. Now, this has backfired. What the general opinion is, even from professionals, is that the Indian government, Indian banks should be working with people involved in cryptocurrencies, working with the cryptocurrency projects in general to enable there to be kind of safe trading of cryptocurrencies, regulated trading of cryptocurrencies. What they're saying is that what these experts are saying is that what they're doing is almost a full ban on exchanges in India. Okay, because people use their bank accounts to buy Bitcoin, to buy to buy into cryptocurrency in the first place. So not having that bank there, how do you turn your fiat into crypto, essentially? So what this will make happen is unregulated, under the radar exchanges, which actually make people lose money, have security failures, open people out to fraud and money laundering. So what they should do is actually work in support. So we are yet to see whether India actually do anything about this, whether they actually put this into force or not. But there is a bite back, and there is a survey or petition at the moment against this. More news. So I have been kind of charting Ethos versus Coinbase for the last few months, and essentially how Coinbase really just became complacent. They were lazy, they were doing nothing, they were adding no more cryptocurrencies, and then all of a sudden Ethos comes along, like a big dinosaur, ready to gobble up Coinbase. And Coinbase all of a sudden starts getting their ass into gear. They start getting motivated to do stuff. All right, and not be cancelled out or X'd out by the competition. So not only have they added Bitcoin Cash, not only have they spoken to the SEC in order to get regulated, they have added support now or are looking to add support for a bunch of ERC20 tokens. And given that Ethos have just taken on another BlackRock senior executive, BlackRock $5 trillion business, now Coinbase have hired a big person from the world of social media. So they've got a new VP of communications at Coinbase, and that person, Rachel Horowitz, was basically the director of technology communications at Facebook, and at Twitter she was helping scaling the communications team and developing the company narrative. So actually a big hitter. So now Coinbase are actually really getting their skates on. They're really trying to compete with the likes of Ethos and actually stop any competition and just keep this stranglehold of the cryptocurrency market. But I think with Ethos's offering, with the mobile wallet, with the ability to basically keep all cryptocurrency safe in one wallet, a really good, user-friendly, very attractive mobile interface, I dare say Coinbase's days are numbered unless they can keep on innovating to actually become kind of a proper competition to Ethos. And not only that, you can't actually trade Coinbase, so who cares really? Whereas people, we do care about Ethos. So, let me just make sure I am actually just say hello to peeps as well. So, Mexico. because obviously had some issues at the beginning. 1.1k people watching. Guys, smash up the likes. 135 likes. 1,200 people watching. It's just not good enough. Let's say hi to peeps. Barry Herbst is here. Karan is here. Michelle Williams is here. I did see a couple of other usual suspects as well. I wonder if they came back in. Ah, there we are. Christine's back in. Who else is here? Throw up the likes, peeps. Yes. Why the hell not? Smash up ye old likey. Laser Gaming's here. Cool. Loads of cool people are here in this stream. Guys, if you are watching live right now, you are cool. So, let's go back. So, having looked at what are the top gainers in the last 24 hours, let's explore this. So, we've got Verge. Verge, they had a hack like the other day, and yet, in 24 hours, they have grown 30%. Why? So, the key reason why is because of this partnership, which is why they got all this funding in the first place. Now, TokenPay were the guys who gave them the funding. Now, the whole point was they were going to be releasing the name of the partnership on Monday, March the 26th, if they managed to hit that fund deadline and fund amount. But they didn't. And actually, what they said is they were saying they're going to actually disclose it April the 16th. Now, that is 6 days away. So this is why it continues to grow, because there is just increased speculation. Who are they partnering with? How significant is it? Now, apparently, people have been suggesting it could be a pornographic website, it could be PayPal, it could be a big, major online business. But there's also the speculation that they're actually going to be partnering with TokenPay, who were the guys that gave them the funding at the end of the day. So TokenPay to produce TPay and XVG or Verge debit cards soon. So actually looks like it could be a partnership that may have been planned from the beginning, so that it benefited both parties. But either way, it has resulted in Verge being one of the top gainers. Ontology just continues to gain. Basically, it's got very, very close association with Neo. It's almost got Neo-esque kind of perceived value, which is why this is really exploding at the moment. Golem have just released their mainnet. Their mainnet been published right here. It's had a significant impact on the price. So there we are. That's the reason for Golem. OneChain, on the other hand. Now, OneChain are going to be announcing 6 projects that are going to launch on the OneChain blockchain. OneChain blockchain. Jesus. Everybody OneChain tonight. Anyway, so they're going to be making these projects public on April the 16th at the Blockchain Forum in Dubai. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be at that one. I may be at one next month, but not going to be at that one, unfortunately. But anyway, they're going to be announcing 6 projects. These projects could be incredibly interesting. They could actually be very, very, from a perceived value point of view, exciting financial projects, because ultimately they're looking to build the financial ecosystem. So this has rendered OneChain now well over $4. So it looks as if I did actually luckily buy at the bottom at 40,100 Satoshis, which is about $2.99 at the time. The cheapest Bitcoin price I could get, certainly, for it. And now it is just absolutely soaring. Is it going to soar from this point? I don't know. I mean, it's $4.25 now. It could go up to $5 before the end of the day. Could do. Could do. May not do. Thing with a YouTuber coming online talking about this stuff is that it actually achieves sometimes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it could just achieve $5 because I said it achieved $5 because I've got tons of subscribers. But it may or may not. So watch this space. It's 62,000 Satoshis now. If Bitcoin should go down to 5,900, this would tank. It would go down, undoubtedly, after this announcement on the 16th of April, would go down. Could it go down to under $3? Don't know. Will it go down to under $2? I doubt it very, very much. Last piece of news, VeChain has signed a partnership with Shanghai eGrid Consulting. Now, these guys are actually a public listed company. Now, the partnership is to provide data services to large enterprises, both domestic and overseas. Now, I think that they have got quite a big automotive business. They are very big in automotive. Now, I know that VeChain, one of the things I'm looking for, one of the niches they are providing tracking services to is actually automotive. So this is a big partnership for them. Again, adding to more of their automotive, like BMW, like Renault partnerships. And they have just got so many partnerships. These guys are working really hard. I think these guys are absolutely going to smash it. It's going to be one of the first, I think, to absolutely smash it. So, last item on the agenda. This is what I really wanted to talk about. So there's a Reddit article on our cryptocurrency. I don't think most people, including myself, can fathom just how early we are in this space. And it got me thinking today. It got me thinking that I don't think we acknowledge enough how early we are in this space. And I think that it's very easy to get bogged down by the day-to-day ups and downs of prices. But what I would say is that at the moment we've kind of penetrated, I think cryptocurrency have penetrated 1.5% of the entire population, the entire world's population. 1.5% are involved in cryptocurrencies. Now this is very, very low. I mean, if you think about it, if you look at all of these cryptocurrencies, a lot of them, okay, maybe not the top 50, because kind of like the top 50 are relatively established. Some have mainnets, some have established blockchains running, like Ethereum and Bitcoin. But a lot of other cryptocurrencies, like EOS, like Cardano, they are fundamentally still paper ideas. There are people working on it, but we don't see anything yet. They haven't become public blockchains. They haven't got nodes. They aren't actually working at the moment. So this, in essence, is a little bit like being an investor in the app industry. Okay, think about Facebook. Think about Snapchat. Think about being one of those Silicon Valley venture capitalists. That is what you are essentially when these projects, they come up to you. Like, let's say the guys at Snapchat, the two of them, they came up to you and they said, guys, we've got this disappearing message app. It's all on paper at the moment. We're working on a prototype, but we really want some money, right? That is basically what these are. At the moment, we are so early stage. You have invested in ideas. There's so much to be achieved. There are actual products to be built. There are actual users and developer networks to be built on top of the actual product. And then there's going to be bigger, much bigger valuations. So the people that are looking at Cardano at 15 cents and thinking, oh, probably at the top of that. No way. This is going to be one day $15, $150 potentially. And same with EOS. EOS is going to be the Ethereum killer. They are going to be releasing in about the summer. They have got so much potential growth ahead of them. You may think that just because they're a top 6 cryptocurrency that they've had a large amount of their growth. No, they're in a top 6 cryptocurrency because these are the guys seem to be successors of Ethereum. That's why they've got a high perceived value and a high valuation, but doesn't necessarily mean it's anywhere near the top. And if we look at the earlier, if we look at, down the list, we've got VeChain, we've got Ontology, we've got Omis Go, we've got Nano, we've got OneChain, we've got Stratis, Waves, loads of really promising ones, loads of cryptocurrency projects here that have not even been touched yet. Now, by the end of this year, potentially, we could be looking at 3% penetration. Now, what happens to cause that 3% penetration from the 1.5 where we've gotten to after 9 years? How do we double that? Essentially, we're going to be doubling it through this potential 1 trillion coming into the market. That is going to lead to a FOMO effect because that's how people get into cryptocurrency in the first place. That is why people got into cryptocurrency in December, because of massive FOMO. All of a sudden, these big news outlets that don't report on cryptocurrency. That was left to like cryptocurrency specific websites, like the Financial Times, the Times, Bloomberg, all of these big outlets, financial outlets, and also mainstream media, just like your normal tabloids, were suddenly talking about cryptocurrency, how volatile it was, how Bitcoin has grown, and it causes a massive FOMO effect for all the people that aren't in cryptocurrency that then come into cryptocurrency. And that is what's going to create basically doubling up. Now, next year, I think there's going to be another massive growth in cryptocurrency. It could go up to about 13%, 10 to 13% at the end of 2019. So at the moment, guys, I think that you don't really realise just how amazing the opportunity is right now. You're looking at the day-to-day. You're looking, right, okay, has Bitcoin hit the bottom? Has it not? Could it go up to 7,000? Will it go down to 5,900? Does it really matter ultimately? The main thing that you do is that if you're taking a long-term position because you believe in one of these cryptocurrencies, if you get in early like we are in right now, you really don't stand to fail. Unless, of course, you manage to pick a cryptocurrency that fails itself. The project fails, for whatever reason, they just don't build a product which is adopted, which is used, which continues its valuation. That could happen. But if you choose one of the really good ones, not necessarily one of the large cap coins, maybe one of the more mid cap coins that does have a lot of potential, then you can't really lose. So, you know, as long as you are going for one that you truly believe in, you've looked at the roadmap, they've got deliverables, they have been achieving some of those deliverables so far, there is some actual value amongst the perceived value, you can't really lose. So a lot of people have left cryptocurrency as a result of what happened back in December. A lot of them, you know, got burnt, badly burnt, may have been bought at the peak, bought at 17k, bought at 19k. Bitcoin, all of a sudden now it's lost about 70%, 75%. You know, it's easy to feel down in the dumps and think, right, okay, I've lost all this money. I'm going to leave cryptocurrency. I'm frustrated with it. It's not done anything for me. It's going to burn me again. So I'm just going to leave the damn thing. No, peeps. We are in a financial revolution right now. We are seeing just the beginnings of cryptocurrency eating up money, basically, taking potentially the power away from the banks in time. Okay, so the control of money has never been more in your hands with cryptocurrency than before. And once the world starts to wake up, because this penetration is going to basically, over the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to start infiltrating throughout the masses. And at the moment, there's no masses. We're at 1%, for God's sake. 1% of the population. When it gets to 50, you'll be glad you got in there early. And right now, we are in here early, peeps. So this is the time to be really excited, to go bullish. And the time to go bullish is before the FOMO. Before everybody wants a piece of Bitcoin or Cardano or whatever, Neo. You know, so even if you got it at the bottom, which is the ideal, or whether you got it right now, which is pretty much close to 70% from where it was, then you are not in a losing position, basically. So this is a time to be bullish. Not necessarily right now, but certainly once the tax day is gone, we'll see what damage it has caused, and then you need to be taking your positions, because once it lifts off, you're going to be thinking, why did I not buy? And the reason why people don't buy is very simple. It's because it hasn't got the social proof. You know, if the bulls are not around, people don't feel confident buying. That's why I always buy when there's blood on the streets, when people are not buying, when people are fearful. I buy when people are fearful. And it's been a tactic that has worked for me 100% of the time. It's never failed for me. So that is the time to buy, because once the FOMO sets in, you're going to be thinking, oh, I wish I got a bit of, I don't know, EOS at $6. I wish I got a bit of Walton at $8. I wish I got a bit of, you know, what's another relatively good one? There's not many. Chainlink. I wish I got Chainlink at 33 cents. Or Nucleus Vision at 2.8 cents. And Power Ledger at 31 cents. Power Ledger was over $2, for God's sake. You know, we're talking about cryptocurrencies that have lost so much value. And these are going to go up catastrophically high. So there we are, peeps. We are early. Don't be fearful. Even if you don't catch the bottom, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. When 1 trillion comes into the market, which I think it will happen, whether or not it happens in May or whether or not it happens before the end of 2018, either way, the money's going to come back in. This is going to get adopted. This has use case potential on the real world, peeps, for God's sake. So there we are, Marble Arch. Let's take a few more questions before I actually go after that very, very inspiring speech. So, Fusion. Let's have a look and see how Fusion's doing. I think Fusion has been performing quite well. Wendy's here. Can you believe that? She's here at last. You know, not been here for a while. Wow! Look at that! I have not looked at Fusion for a few days. $3.30. Wow! This has achieved an all-time high valuation in the last few days. Not quite hit 100 million market cap. 95.6. Shit. That's brilliant. And it's at 92. This was for so long. This was nowhere. This was like 50 something million. And now it's just double. Just like that. Get in there, Fusion. What else? Thoughts on Axpire. I've given my thoughts on Axpire. I don't, you know, I think that it's got a good use case for the blockchain. I think as far as the blockchain is concerned, one of the main reasons for blockchain is money management, and the transfer and distribution of money, ultimately. Now, a spend management system carries with it some actual validity when it comes to use of the blockchain. So Axpire have actually got some legs. The problem is that what you need in cryptocurrency is you need a mixture of actual value and perceived value. There does not appear to be any perceived value of Axpire, save for a little community that actually like it and think it's got potential. But again, this has a chance of being one of those cryptocurrencies you get in really early. 2 cents, 2.5 cents. It's got a total supply of 350 million, 265 million circulating supply. This basically has all the potential, if it actually gets some hype, if they get some partnerships, to do incredibly well. But you either like it and believe in it or you don't. And if you don't believe in it, you're less likely to hold on to it. What would you put? Christine goes, what would you put your money into? Credits, ADA, Zilliqa, or BBN? Well, they're all, okay, Credits, ADA, and Zilliqa are not different as such. They are all blockchains. It's a difficult one. They all have positives and negatives. BBN, on the other hand, let me have a look. They are on here now. Let me have a look at BBN. They were 7 cents last I looked. 7.9 cents. So it's up slightly from yesterday, but down significantly from the 9 cents it was at forever, and then it went up to 12 cents, and now bang. So this is a good investment. But what I would say is that the best investments are blockchains. The best investments are blockchains. Now, ADA is really one of the potential superstars of blockchains. Okay, Ethereum, EOS, ADA. These are the top 3 that people are anticipating are going to be the top blockchains. Certainly from an ability point of view. Now we've also got Neo, which has fast transactions. We've got Zilliqa, which has sharding, which has introduced the whole sharding thing. And then we've got Credits, which is very, very fast. Okay, much faster than Neo, but then at the same time, it's an alpha. Or, well, it's a beta. I don't think we've actually seen the live beta. They were meant to do a live video, they didn't do it. About 500,000 transactions. But I would say that what ADA have over everybody else is that they have got the prime visibility. These are the ones that have got Charles Hoskinson from Ethereum. They've got a really good team of eggheads working on this product, like technological superstars, really. Way better than the team that Credits have got, with all due respect. So probably ADA at the end of all of that. How can you hear Millie? Unbelievable. Yeah, she is outside. Oh, wait, hold on. You can see a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Right, anything else? Any other Sphinx? Join? No. I'm not going to join any crappy Telegram groups. I get a load of people saying, "Oh, Suppoman, check this out. Go to this go to this Telegram group. Go to this, that, and the other." And to be brutally frank, most cryptocurrencies people ask me to cover a pile of shit, so I won't even do it. Will you face Crypto Daddy in a singing contest? No. No. Because I've got, my own personal style of song, which is basically cheesy old songs. Anything else? Any more questions? Let's have a look at QuantStamp. I haven't looked at QuantStamp in quite some time. So let's have a look. Thank you for all the hair comments. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. 12 cents. That's gone right up. Right up. I did buy some more QuantStamp, actually, at 9 cents. I think it went down a bit lower than 9 cents. I may not have done. I thought it went down to about 7 cents, somebody said. But yeah, I got some more at 9 cents. So, Mexico. So, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel inspired by it. Thank you very much for joining me today. Apologies for the little faux pas if you were with me just before this live stream, because I basically messed up the last live stream. But, you live and learn. YouTube, think probably trying to cut me off. Look at how many live people watch nowadays. 1.7k. I used to be getting like 5k people watching live, man. And now it's gone right down. So YouTube cutting us out. No! Anyway, that's it. I was hyped today, wasn't I? I was truly hyped. But guys, underlying message from today, it's very early stages. We're at 263 billion market cap. Could go down to maybe 230, maybe lower than that if we go to 5,900 Bitcoin. Could go to under 200 billion. But ultimately, we are early. There is going to be a massive influx of money over time. We're going to be penetrating the entire world. We're going to be getting mass adoption over the course of the next 5-10 years. So it's still very early stages. This is a time to put your money in, you leave it, and then you essentially get incredibly rich in the future. That's it, peeps. So, hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you next time. It is lights out, all out.